back? How good does it feel to be back with your
It
teammates?
feels good. It feels fitting. Obviously something I enjoy doing, so it just feels right. It's been a great feeling to be back this past week.
What did you say to your teammates and your coaches after you had this happen?
Well, obviously, I talked to my coaches and a lot of players. I tried to explain the situation as best I could to them. To an extent, obviously my coaches a great deal amount, and we talked a bunch, and just very regretful, and I felt terrible about it. It's a terrible situation. Anytime I'm absent for here, I feel like I've let a lot of guys down, I let a lot of fans down, and this is the number one thing in the world I enjoy doing. There's no question in my mind about that. So, when you practice with a guy in the entire off season and camp, and you expect to be there and you expect to be accountable, and you aren't in that particular situation, it's upsetting.
Brian, what led to this suspension? What caused it?
Well, I don't want to get too much into particulars, but there was a good amount of things bothering me in this past off season, most mentally, and I was given a prescription medication I should have been more careful with, and should have communicated with the league a lot better about. I take full responsibility for it, and something now that I'm working with the league at taking again through their terms and through their doctors to okay it. So that's the biggest thing, and the encouraging thing, there are other guys in the league that are allowed to take this. So that's the process we're in right now to hopefully get that done.
Do you feel like you should have been suspended if other guys are allowed to?
Well, I should have, like I said, talked with them more, got the okay with them. I obviously regret it, and like I said, take full responsibility. But, should have communicated with them a lot better about it.
Brian, Adderall is one of the things you can have permission to take.
Sure, yeah.
Is that
No.
preferred?
No.
I think when a lot of fans and media heard the suspension, they assume something more along the lines of testosterone, HGH. But it sounds like what you're saying is more, it's a different form of treatment.
Well, like we.
And I guess, do you hope that fans and media receive that differently?
I hope so. I hope they understand that I had an issue that I was trying to better myself with. And as I've gotten older, there's been a lot of things that I've been worrisome about, especially with a lot of the other players that have played and retired, and kind of the situations and the conditions they're in. So, like I said, it's one of those things that I've tried to better myself with, but should have been more careful and take full responsibility for it.
How are you doing now?
I'm doing really good. Like I said, I'm just extremely excited to be back with my team and playing the sport again that I love.
Was it hard to be away?
Yeah, terrible. The worst part is just is watching the guys and knowing you can't help. This is everything I do, everything I love doing. So it hurt a lot.
You had the issue in 2009, which you fought, and then you play and you have all the injuries. How frustrating was it to have
Extremely.
that happen?
Extremely, because you built your entire career to kind of get back up, and I think we've touched upon it. There's a massive range of things that you can test positive for. So extremely frustrating, and I've been tested hundreds of times throughout my career, and for it to happen again, it's just like I said, I should have communicated with the league a lot better about, and been more careful.
Do you worry about your reputation, Brian? Just because you've had a stigma before where
Yeah, I
people
understand
kind of
that.
make assumptions about you.
I understand that, but I continue to play for a good amount more, and I understand that's what comes with it, but I'll obviously try to build that back up, and do it the right way, and completely, understand where that comes from. But at the same time, got a great relationship with my coaches, and got a great relationship with my teammates, family, and they understand and continue to build from there.
Do you worry about whether this might impact your status on the team moving forward? And do you want to play football?
I would like to play football, but at the same time, I can't worry about that. That's a decision that's out of my hands, and I can play the best football I possibly can, and leave that decision up to them. What's done is done, and can't worry too much about the past. I just have to continue to move forward, and like I said, play the best football I can for this team.
Brian, it sounded like it was a really difficult time for you, and
Sure.
you got emotional about it. Was there anyone, I know your family probably was there for you, but was there anyone outside of your family that you really leaned on?
Yeah, family, a couple of close teammates, a couple of coaches, current coaches. It was a good amount of people I talked to and leaned on. and that kept me in a positive, upbeat, mentality. There was a bunch of dark days, and was very upset that I just wasn't able to participate and be alongside these guys, and that's what's most important to me. So the good part was I was around my family a lot more. By the same time, it was the hardest part was just watching the games and not being able to help and contribute as best as I could. So, but like I said, what's in the past is there now, and just look forward to helping these guys best I can in this home stretch.